Hollywood
Sports.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to everybody, welcome to the show. Good to see you guys.
What's up, TikTok?
See you too.
Yeah.
What up, TikTok?
Yeah, what's up, TikTok? And what's up to everyone watching us on anywhere you get your podcast.
Yeah,
YouTube and following along.
Yep, quick annoying plug.
Yeah.
Subscribe, please. It helps.
It helps. It's nice. You know, we're trying to grow the show. We're just getting started. It helps the algorithm before we start like promoting it and doing those things. All the organic followership is nice. So also, this is one of our biggest weeks on TikTok. I think our video on the Patriots Broncos game went to 75,000 views today.
In a few days or something like that.
No,
right?
no, in 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Look at us. Quick 24.
Yeah, I think it was like 53K in 24 hours, and it's last I looked, it was around 75.
All right.
So, yeah, good for us. Big week on YouTube too. I think we had an average of 1,700K videos per short.
Oh.
So that means people are watching it, and an average runtime of 35 or 30 seconds or more. So people are actually watching it. So
that's pretty nice.
Yeah. So yeah, good for us. And if you've been watching and following along, other people are watching too. So you're not crazy.
Cheers to those that can cheers.
Yeah. Cheers.
All right. Here we go.
Yeah. All right. So I think we should just talk about, we're doing a little catch up.
Mm-hmm.
My life isn't that exciting this week. Work from home, got some stuff done. Spent a lot of time with the family, just got rested. I feel like I'm getting my head above ground and I'm back. So got a busy week this week.
You feel healthy?
Yeah.
You feel like your tummy's
healthy-ish. Nah, I mean, I'm not completely right, but I'm still taking it easy, getting it right. Now I can at least get work done and go to meetings.
And guess what? Only you
do those things.
Can prevent wildfires.
That's true.
Wow. Yeah,
only me. Yeah.
It's a perfect hat.
What's good, Stone?
What's good with you? What'd you do this weekend? This week?
I walked in here today and I totally spaced on what I did this weekend, but I did see. I went and saw Tarantino live, which was actually a really cool show. It's they set up a tent in SoFi, part of the parking lot.
Okay.
And it's a show where they play a bunch of songs from the soundtrack from his movies and then do like a live performance of some of the famous scenes. It's in the round, so you're kind of sitting at a private table and then you're pretty close up to the characters, but the singing was sick. Like, it was a really cool show.
Dude, you should show that camera how dope your hand looks. Oh. Just everything that's happening over in this hand.
Yeah.
Banger.
I got they're like metal tread
resident.
Right
now. Oh,
resident
man.
Artist in here.
My shout out Kay, my girlfriend. She does all my nails. She does cool work.
And great bracelet up on there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She's really doing the thing.
It's the most masculine painted fingernails I've ever seen.
For real.
It definitely doesn't give Caleb Williams vibes.
No, it gives. It gives like.
I've done blue like that before, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually, that was a funny note, is seeing all the Bears fans painting their nails because of Caleb Williams. That's very funny.
Yeah, it was huge.
That was
no
cool.
way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that happened.
Look at him.
2026.
Yeah.
Hey,
this is where we are.
You drop back on fourth down and in the fourth quarter and need to have it throw a 50-yard just hope and pray, and it's
run 20 yards back, turn, spot. Bam!
That'll get people.
That'll get people painting their fingernails.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
and or being as cool as you. Yeah, that's right. So, how was your weekend, sir? You finished Hacks? And you went
bro.
to Vegas.
I'm all done.
And you're all done. Tell us
I drove back from Vegas last night, dude. It was crazy. It was so fun, man. Like, I left this show last week when we recorded, and I think I looked right at you, Michael. I was like, Michael, I'm tired, bro. And I still had to go do a self-tape and then drive to Vegas and then go work up until last night. But it was good, man. They did like a sweet little thing because they had the day off yesterday. So they like organized this whole like fun little evening out, and like Gene and Hannah, like all of like everyone went. And but once the final shot was called and they called a wrap for the day, they did a whole send off for me, which I thought was cool. So I kind of had like a special treatment because everyone's last day will be on Thursday. So like they're obviously not going to call every single person's name out. Like, this is the series wrap on so and so, series wrap on so like but they did like
act on the show too.
They did like a full series wrap on me, and it was so sweet. Like,
oh, nice.
And like we had a good time, man. It was good. Like I think that it's like I've been such a big part of this show, this show has been such a big part of my life. It ended in the right way, in my opinion.
That's cool. And the show's done officially?
Well, they finish in Vegas on Thursday, and then they have like a 2-week shoot in Paris. But obviously, none of us are going.
Yeah, no, but I mean, is the show going to continue on?
No.
This season. This is it.
Wow.
So it's a wrap on Daniel Coven with Hacks.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
That's rad though, man. That's cool.
Sweet. I started in season 3 day playing. Season 4 kind of was almost core crew, and then season 5 I was core crew.
And you got to act on the show.
And then
too.
I got which no one actually is supposed to know that yet, but whatever.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah,
it's not going to matter.
Yeah,
we'll see him. We'll spot him.
Yeah,
yeah.
But congratulations too, and that when you can't tell the whole story of how that happened.
I will. I can't wait. Yeah, I don't
really
know
cool.
when I can. I
probably when the episode airs.
Yeah,
talk about it.
Probably if it becomes live on my
clip it.
Yeah,
if the credit becomes like public on my IMDb, then I'll know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Because sometimes it happens before.
Nice.
And then that's usually like the give. I'm like, it's on the IMDb. Like, it's not a secret.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Well, that's cool. That's a great week, man.
Yeah.
Could have been worse.
Just trying to like stumbling into getting back into the groove here. And
yeah.
That's where I'm at.
About to be swinging a hot bat for Hollywood sports over here.
Oh, boy.
Just teeing you up. Little home run derby. Okay, so biggest stories of the weekend. Obviously, Alex Honnold free soloing. It caught the entire world by storm.
Sweet.
That was pretty crazy. Thoughts before?
Yeah.
I will say it was funny listening to the announcers on that live stream when they're like, yeah, he could totally die at any moment, but he doesn't want to die because he's got kids now. And then they pan over to like his wife and his kids, and
she's like,
it's like, wow, Netflix, we got some confidence here. I know you had the stream delay, but damn.
Okay,
like,
you didn't know that? I didn't know that, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
Allie told me this morning. She was like, yeah, my podcast said that there was a 10-second delay in case he fell and died.
Yeah, but we would have all seen it.
We would have
all still seen it, and the fear was still real.
Yeah.
Like, even though you were 10-second delayed, like we would have seen the footage from at any point. You know what I mean? Yep. It was absolutely electric. We may never see anything like that live in our lifetime. And the fact that it felt so Hunger Games like was also hilarious. Yeah. And like Netflix, I don't know. I guess they think
this is the best live event since the moon landing.
I mean, yeah, it was incredible. Yeah, Chris did say this, my wife. Yeah. We've watched Alex Honnold for a long time. Mm-hmm. Even before they did the documentary on him, we knew about his free soloing and stuff. And so that was really cool to see his career grow. But he also, a couple of years ago on a documentary, he talked about how he wasn't free soloing anymore, that he gotten married, that they was going to have kids. And so here he is free soloing a building. And Chris was like, what did his wife do? Did she not make the soup warm enough? Was the coffee not done right? That's it, babe. I'm climbing a building. Yeah. Free solo. She's like, what did she do?
They had her in the building at one point where she's like waving to him and he's like,
I was like, get mom out of there.
Yeah.
So you
total like if he laughs, like it's crazy. He's climbing nothing. We're talking
it looks so slippery.
And when he went up on those dragons,
his shirt's about to blow off him.
Oh yeah. There's one point where he's like 85 to 90% of the building and he's completely doing a pull-up on an overhang and then throws the right leg over and then goes up. Well, then that's when I was like,
he stayed with his leg for a second.
I was gonna say
just to flex.
He's trying to do a decline sit up.
I was like,
and then just get some chalk. Yeah. Only legs hanging on.
It's crazy. I didn't know the human body could climb like that. So technically, and a building, and like what he's holding on to nothing. He's sometimes two-stepping like the steel corner while holding on to nothing and then just pops up. And like, it was my actual nightmare. I think for most people in the world, if someone tells you, all right, you can live, but you have to go to the top of the building, no ropes, you got to climb that thing or you're going to die either way. That is my nightmare. That is most people's nightmare. My palms were so sweaty the whole time. I would have died like first 50 feet.
Dude, and like there's not only that, it was like Squid Games too. Whole audience on the ground watching.
Zero error.
They didn't
potentially could have body parts splattered at them.
A pass or fail
There
test.
were people working inside the building.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Yeah.
Yeah. From McAfee to the entire sports world, though, everybody was talking about it.
Yeah.
It was absolute electric. Like, my little boy heard about it and was like, is this happening? We're like, yeah. So we all watched it. And then even when he gets to the top and he's standing there on a ball that's the littlest ball, I'm thinking he could get vertigo. Like there could be wind. Like what if there was an earthquake at that point? Like he could still die as he's just standing there like waving. I'm like, don't wave, bro.
Yeah.
Just get on your knees.
He was
hold that thing
up there. He was very like, oh, hey, and then takes a selfie, and then it's like, wow, man. Yeah.
Then he rappels 200 feet down that spire like a freaking soldier.
It's pretty cool.
Looking awesome.
What's next?
I hope nothing. I hope that we don't see that guy fall to his death.
I think it's going to spark a popularity in free soloing now. Maybe not people trying it, but more people watching it.
There's like an old Brazilian guy that does it that's even gnarlier
that guy's crazy.
than him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
A lot of kids are about to die because they got so inspired.
Jesus,
I would recommend The Alpinist if no one's seen that documentary.
Oh, that's a great documentary.
Andre Leclerc. He's a dude who free soloed mountains. Like Alex Honnold talks about him. He would walk up to a mountain and just do it on site. No ropes. He's not with us anymore, but
yeah,
that guy's crazy too.
I know there's a lot of great extreme sports documentaries, and they're so incredible because
he won an Oscar.
He did, but in these extreme sports documentaries, you'll be watching someone's interviews, and they'll ask them, "Do you think you'll live long enough to see this documentary?" And sure enough, in all these documentaries, people that they interview and people that they follow, you just watch them die. And that goes from base jumping, wingsuit surfing to base jumping. There's a combo. It goes to there's one called the Sean McConkey documentary. There's one called Fly recently. All those people died.
Is that Lad's brother?
No,
dude, that'd be crazy.
No, it'd be crazy. But yeah. Anyway,
that'd be wild.
That would be wild.
I think it definitely took the world by storm, and outside of the NFL playoffs was the most exciting thing that's happened.
I agree.
Other than we do have some topics at the end of the show. America is frozen and some other things to talk about. But yeah, it's nice and 65 out here. A little California winter. We're doing just fine.
Andrew did pump the AC on in here, and it feels fantastic.
I was checking for the fan on my laptop. I was like, I hope that's not too loud.
This is like great cozy in a blanket.
Can you imagine all of our listeners that are not in the West Coast? Or on the West Coast, and you guys are pumping AC right now?
Yeah. It was a little warm today. It felt like 72, not a cloud in sight. It was nice.
Oh, man.
Nice day.
Yeah. I feel very blessed by our weather right now.
So, really guys,
I agree.
From a scale of 10 to 100,
what's got us distracted?
How upset are you about the Patriots?
Oh, my gosh.
Oof. Look, not trying to be a hater.
Oof.
Congrats to the Patriots. They're doing something that they have 40 playoff wins, most by any franchise. Congrats. However, just know, and they probably love this, no one wants you to win.
No one wants you to win.
But they like being in that.
Yeah.
That's their seat. They love being the.
And you know what sucks? The Seahawks should win this game, but now the Sam Darnold stuff comes up, and it's like, is it Sam Darnold?
I think the Seahawks run away with this game. I think that's been put. I think that's been put to the test. I think that's been put to bed.
We just look back at this weekend.
I think the Vikings playoff disaster game was more about the Vikings clearly than it was about Sam Darnold, and
because he balled out.
He's on a better
against the Rams.
He's on a better team.
Yeah.
Now the Rams blew that game.
Yeah,
the Rams lost the game and the Seahawks won it, and we'll talk about that in a second. But when it comes to the Patriots, I think that everyone in this room, maybe I'm wrong, and most people watching would say that the Patriots have an asterisk next to them as far as getting to the Super Bowl, because even I heard on the Get Up this morning, they're talking about, or first, I don't remember where it was, but Ryan
style of show.
Yeah, Ryan, what's his name from the Steelers? Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark's talking about the historic numbers of the Patriots and how they're a top 3 all-time defense. Sure, by the numbers, but they also it has to be taken into account that they had historically the worst strength of schedule that the NFL has seen in years. For them to get to the Super Bowl on that, beating one team above 500, then you play a banged up Chargers team with a practice squad offensive line, then you get a snow game against CJ Stroud, who choked harder than, I'm not going to say that, but he choked pretty hard in that game.
Yeah.
And then you get a Jared Stidham weather game again. And so it's like the Patriots, I don't think are that good. I think if it was the Bills, I think if some of these other AFC teams that had a chance to play in this game, I think the AFC could have a representative. But the Patriots are until they beat the Seahawks, we really don't know how. Well,
I think in a lot of ways,
unfortunately,
yes, the Broncos had Jared Stidham, but I think because they were playing the Patriots, a lot of people didn't fully write the Broncos off for that game.
True.
they started off hot and
Yeah.
then they cooled off. We saw that really good first drive
Yeah.
where they went down through a touchdown. But I think, it's because the Patriots have had that soft schedule that no one counted the Broncos out of that game. I think if we had Bills in there instead, like you said,
well, we had them the week before. We had them the week before.
Yeah.
But if they played Jared Stidham, that game's not even close.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And we all agree on that, right?
Yeah, and that what's so unfortunate for all of the Bills fans and Josh Allen and the Bills could go beat the Seahawks if they were in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would
nuts.
disagree with that. So that's why the Patriots, we still don't know how good they are. Now, I will give the Patriots props and say they are Super Bowl champions and deserving of it and would actually believe in them if they go out and beat the Seahawks team. I think the winner of the NFC was far and away better than any team coming out of the AFC anyway.
Yeah.
So if they get this win, then I will give them respect and props, but they're probably not going to get the win, and we'll really never know who the best team in the AFC was out of 2026 because it wasn't the Patriots.
Silver lining about the Patriots, my cousin actually played with Schooler, who's on their special teams. He's that dude who hauls ass down the field all the time.
Oh, their gunner?
That's a cool, that's a cool.
That's cool.
Cool silver lining.
So
to
if
see
they
that
win,
dude,
like, there's some relation.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. He was rooting for the Patriots. We were watching together. I was not, so I kind of felt bad, so I stopped talking shit.
I don't know who I'm going to root for yet. I don't know how to feel about it. I didn't want the Seahawks to win at all. It was all in on the Rams.
This was the show's
the hometown team.
most or least desired Super Bowl scenario.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was the show's least desired Super Bowl scenario.
For a lot of reasons.
No LA.
No LA. None of our teams. Both two teams that we kind of don't really care about. They're like one's really far west, one's really far east.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they both should not be in this, but
Feels
they
like
are.
We've seen these two around for when was their last matchup though? It's been
They did play in the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
and the Patriots won that one.
Yeah, that was Marshawn.
Yep, that was that game. Yeah.
Well,
So it's a rematch.
Pete Carroll's
of some
downfall.
sort. Yeah. True.
Super Bowl rematch. Yeah, Pete Carroll's downfall. Yeah, the play. Devin McCourty. Well, I'll say this. This takes us to, the Seahawks catch, no catch. It brings in the game it brings in the game the week before with the Bills and the catch. What is a catch? Also brings in Devontae Adams. All of these. Here's another prime example where it is not called with any consistency. If Cooper Kupp, it was 3rd and 7 with 3 minutes and 47 seconds left. He catches that ball and it gives him the first down. It allows the chains to keep moving. If not, the Rams get the ball back with, a whole nother shot to get there. And dude, like you can watch the replays. I don't know if you saw it. Cooper Kupp catches it. He's bobbling it as he goes to the ground. He does not survive the ground. As soon as he hits the ground, the ball, it goes from a bobble to hitting the ground out. And they called that a catch. It is egregious
and then
compared to the other plays
short
the week
of the
before.
And he was also
and he was short of the first down. Yeah.
That made it bad. I
That
think we
was
see more suspensions, to be honest. I think they handed out some suspensions from the last game. I think if
they
set
did.
a precedent
Do you
like
think
that,
they're
we might see another suspension coming their way.
Okay, so
But
wait.
that's not doing anything.
We'll
clearly.
save that for let's save that for conspiracies.
Yeah, fair,
but on
fair,
the
fair.
what is a catch argument, this further just muddies the water to fans, and it's like at some point there has to be a subjective reality that is objective. It can't just fully be subjective. We understand, like if you go back and look at the Dez catch at what he did, I heard Jason Garrett break it down and why he's still so mad about that. And it was actually pretty incredible. He talks about how Dez, first of all, made an incredible catch, brings it into his body, turns and moves in a football move 5 yards, and then hits the ground and then doesn't survive the ground. But the ground caused the fumble after 2 football moves. So so surviving the ground should not be an issue at that point. Okay. So that's probably the best definition I've heard of what the catch is. So according to that definition, that definitely did not happen in this play. There definitely was not 2 football moves. There definitely was not controlled possession. It's coming out. He hits the ground and then it just squirts right out. You can clearly see it. Didn't get the first down marker, and yet we all have to swallow the pill that was a catch.
And a first down.
And a first down.
I can't believe that both those.
I couldn't believe it was a first down.
If that's a
at
catch,
the end of it.
if that's a catch, then Brandon Cooks is clearly a catch the week before. And I know a lot of people, there was a lot of arguments in social media on our accounts and others, whether it was or wasn't a catch. Clearly, you don't know what a catch is, and clearly you don't know ball. But the fact is, most people would say that the Brandon Cooks catch was a catch because his butt hit the ground and then the defender rolled over and took it.
He's sledding on the ground by the time
Yeah. So just
turns out I was wrong on my opinion.
Well, I mean, I appreciated your side of it too, though, because I think you have a right opinion on that because we don't know, we don't have a clear definition of this at this point. Like,
there's like gray area. Yeah,
100%.
I think a solution for the catch issue is it has to be reviewed and it has to come from the Shield, because I think the scapegoat, the refs having to get a suspension is a scapegoat. At the end of the day, the refs could be, if they, like we've talked about this before, and this kind of leads us into the Shield conspiracies now at this point, but the Shield should make the call whether it's a catch or not. And that way it's like they do it in the NBA in the finals whenever, we're getting a call from league headquarters.
Yeah, they love to do that super close-up look of the ref just like.
Yeah, and we're getting it. So it's got to come from, and I thought they used to do that in the NFL for certain plays where
they had the surfaces. They'd bring out the surfaces.
Yeah, well, but they would do league office.
They bring out Video Village real fast.
Yeah, it's coming from New York. Yeah. Yep. So we've got it. So when it comes to is it a catch or not, it has to be made by the rules committee in New York. It's a definitive answer, and then that way, and then if everybody talks about two things should happen for accountability. The refs should have to do a press conference after the game and answer to why they made that call, period.
Oh, that's
and then
fun.
Roger Goodell, if you want the job or whoever wants to be the job of commissioner, has to hold a press conference after every game where there is a controversial call that has to be made by the front office or whoever's the head of that committee. If it's not Roger Goodell, it's got to be somebody.
In the same fashion,
give us some transparency.
In the same fashion that like there's post-game pressers like where like the coach will speak and then certain selected players will speak and then the media is there to ask them questions. They get a certain amount of questions, then they dip.
Exactly.
You're saying it's like that.
Yes.
And then
the refs have to take media.
The refs get their, it's the same exact process.
No matter what, the refs have to take media.
That.
Refs have to take media questions, and they need to be paid full-time. They don't need to be part-time lawyers and paralegals and plumbers. Then it's 2026. Pay them a regular salary, and then when they're not calling games, they're getting ready in the offseason. They're watching tape. They're getting ready, and then they go out to training camps, and they start repping in training camps.
Technology to figure out.
Yeah, exactly.
I think in this, it gets harder. Like it gets harder and easier to ref as we go further and further with replay technology and all that stuff, because fans obviously going to scrutinize anything they can. But I think it takes a little bit of the load off their shoulders. Go ahead, make the call. We'll review it. Go ahead, make the call. We'll look at it and make sure if it's close, we'll always make sure that that's I think what most fans are just asking for is
the same system.
They don't care about a bad call, but if it gets overturned because we're watching the screen,
and the bad call isn't honored.
And to and to further your point,
this whole thing, it has to overturn the ruling on the field. That's ridiculous. It does overturn the ruling on the field. This has to be irrefutable, substantial evidence that it actually overturns it. Well, that's what the video is doing, and for them to deny that and say it wasn't indisputable to overturn it is ridiculous,
dude. And to further your point about like part-time referees and they show up on Sundays and they go work their job, that is wildly true in my family. Clete Blakeman, super big famous ref, kind of jacked, got good biceps. He's been a ref for like 15 years in the NFL. Has an insurance and has a law firm in Omaha, Nebraska. My parents just used that law firm for their will.
Wow,
hilarious!
Yeah, that's really funny.
But
my point is that like Clete Blakeman has other things going on in his head. Like I don't think he really is like a target of like bad refereeing all the time. But like my point is like. There are other people
this is a billion-dollar industry with billions of dollars in bets hanging in the balance, and the guys doing it aren't full-time and not able to put in their energy in the offseason to being better and learning plays and going faster and having simulations in the offseason and all those things that make it a full-time job and then make them accountable at the end of the game.
I think, the referee contract is up for renegotiation this offseason, and I feel like there's some reform happening.
We made the cheerleaders full-time and gave them a $400K salary. We can at least do it to the referees.
It's true.
My God. And that takes us to the next thing when it comes to Shield conspiracies. This is a great segue.
Hey, dude, does college cheerleaders get NIL deals?
They should.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think they probably do. Okay. But so my point is, if you've got guys, this takes us right into this next segment. If you've got guys who are working part-time, does that not further incentivize gambling and taking over in unders. Like, I think also if you give them a full-time job, then there's also accountability. Like, their phones have to be wiretapped almost.
Yeah.
And they have to have severe scrutiny on gambling, because we're talking about $1 billion gambling industry and guys who are working part-time that aren't getting paid at the level they should to do this job, holding the balance of all of this money in their hands with a call, like allowing Cooper Kupp to have a catch when it's clearly not.
Yeah, like if he took the under on his catches. I don't know what it was, but like,
that's my point. There's no way to prove it. Like, we have to believe
Coach Danny Coach.
Yeah, we have to believe that the league isn't cheating.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like,
and I don't, but I do.
You have to prove that you're not cheating. There's a certain point where you're constantly tipping things in the scale when given the opportunity. We don't believe your outcome, So that takes us to what you were going to talk about, the whole Instagram post that came out this week. And and is the league really fixing games, or are the refs
I would like
this
everyone
dumb?
to put
Or
their
the refs
tin-foil hat on right now.
working autonomously.
Put the tin-foil hat on.
Okay,
I don't care if it's a snapback. Maybe you got like a little.
Mine's already on.
Yeah, whatever you got.
It's a beanie.
There's a photo, and everyone's probably seen it at this point, of all of like star
I think it's like
players.
the top 10 quarterbacks in the playoffs.
And
the final 4 closest to the Super Bowl.
Now I know
were the
what
4
we're
that
talking
played this
about.
weekend.
in the final 2 walking towards Levi Stadium is who?
And Drake May.
Sam Darnold and Drake May.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. That's Simpson level stuff right there.
That
Exactly.
artist has got to be flipping.
Yeah.
Now look, again, tinfoil hats on. We'll take it off after this. The NFL is fucked. We're screwed. We're screwed. They don't want your team to win. They don't want your team to win. They don't want my team to win. They want the 2 teams that no one cares about to win.
Yeah. And
why are we doing this?
The older you get in life, you guys can attest to this, you realize things don't happen coincidentally. They just don't. They might in a actual game of chance where there is chances set up. So it's not saying that there aren't coincidences in
oh yeah, I got to talk about my
gambling or things like that.
I had a good weekend, boys.
Or statistical coincidences, statistical coincidences in sports. Okay, but I'm saying as far as outcomes, like there's no coincidences in life like that. And
it's just so. And then last year it was the same thing with the Eagles and the Chiefs. Remember, like the Super Bowl logo graphic, like the new.
We're talking about the colors of the logo.
Yeah, it was like green and red.
Yeah,
if there's the Eagles and Chiefs. Yeah.
If there's a true like situation like that, it's either that the people involved are really dumb or really malicious. And I think with the NFL, it happens to be both.
True, for sure. But also, think about how close the books have this down. Like, the books, like, in regards to betting, like, the lines that they set, like, how do they get these lines, right?
Yeah, the Seahawks were favorites. There's no way you're going to let all that money walk out the door by letting the Rams win. There's no way they could let the home dog win.
But
the road dog.
The spread
the
for the Broncos Patriots game was 3.5.
And it was 3. Yeah. So, like, whoever
I was laughing when I saw that.
But Sean Payton, I mean, we could talk. Well, we'll talk about that game
up there in their high chair, like,
just trust me. I know what's happening next. 3 points for this game. 4 for that one.
No, but
Drake May.
It's not that outlandish. It's not that outlandish.
There might be a guy like that.
No, there kind of is. It's not that outlandish to think in a game with a 0 margin of error that if there's a 50-50 opportunity towards the end of the game for you to tip the scales towards the team that you want, it almost always goes in the favor for them. Like, there's no reason, the call right before the drop catch for the Cooper Kupp, there was no reason for the laundry to be thrown. It was another 3rd and 7 or 2nd and 7. It would have forced them into a long down and distance with another punt looming. They called a pass interference, and it was literally within 5-yard basic hand checking, bang, bang play that happens all game long. And we have to eliminate bang, bang plays in the final 2 minutes where you're calling a penalty that sways the game in the outcome.
Yeah,
at the end of NBA games, when people are going straight up, if they might call a body foul, they don't call that stuff at the last minute of the game.
Unless it's egregious.
Unless it's egregious.
Yeah.
You cannot call a bang, bang play like that. And you can't tell me that you don't. 2 penalties extended those drives. You can't tell me that you didn't want
and then also,
the Seahawks
didn't
to win that game.
Nakua catch the ball and go out of bounds?
Yeah.
Oh, that was another one.
Yeah.
He actually, I will say on that replay, he landed in bounds with his hip, but it does go back to
but the ball
does go back
but
to
he
that
then
same
go-
thing.
Oh,
He
you're
hits
saying
the
he was
ground.
downed inbounds.
He was downed in bounds.
Oh, yeah.
But it does kind of lean more towards where the catch conspiracy, like, did he haul it in time? Did
Oh,
he
yeah,
have
because they ended up
possession? He
not
was
calling
on
it a
the-
catch, right?
Like, yeah, they ended up calling it a catch.
Oh, they did? Okay,
Yeah.
good. Yeah. I
But-
turned it off. I was like,
No, they called it a catch, and he did go down in bounds. That was fine.
yeah.
But still, I mean, I think if that was a little closer, yeah, we might have seen that.
But what
too.
can we do? We are such simps for the NFL. It's not like we're going to boycott it.
Well, guess
if
what,
we
boys?
were to boycott the NFL and we all were to really do it, then okay, but there's too much.
It won't happen.
There's too much. There's fantasy. There's betting. There's like, we're just, any ideas
Here's what
on
we're
what
gonna
we
do.
can do as fans?
We're going to become
Anything?
locked in. We're going to become locked in
Okay.
on the hockey,
Okay.
on the basketballs.
Okay.
On the basketballs.
I think that's about all we got left. Oh, the baseball is about to come back up.
Yeah. There's college basketball. There's,
Yeah.
And then we've got the Winter Olympics.
So you know what we're going to do? We're going to boycott the NFL by saying, we don't miss you. We're locked in.
On everything else until September, first Thursday
Whatever.
of September. And
Yeah.
then we're like horny for it. We're
Yeah.
like, I can't get enough.
Yeah. And then like just tripping because you have to wait till Sunday.
Yeah. And then right back here
Yeah.
again. So like, I don't know if there's an organized boycott for the NFL in the regular season, maybe whatever. We have to do something. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like,
Also,
put 'em-
NFL,
don't buy merch.
thank you.
Don't
Thank
buy
you
merch.
For a fun
Like,
ride this
yeah.
year.
Yeah. Thank you for a fun ride. You're clearly an entertainment league and you're the WWE tipping games in your favor, but whatever.
What he meant to say is that he loves you and he's very
All right.
thankful for the
Yeah.
product he put
do
out.
we?
Colby stats.
Yeah. Do we want to do any Colby stats?
Oh, yeah. All right,
We're
so
each
we're
going to read two and we'll react to it.
Yeah, so we're going to do a little Colby Stats segment where we each pick our two favorite and we react to it.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and start with.
Do not do any of the Steeler ones.
No.
And I'm not going to either.
I'll just start with I'm going to start with the NFC East.
Okay.
Patriots owner. Well, this is NFC AFC. Patriots owner Robert Kraft has been to 11 Super Bowls since Cowboys owner Jerry Jones made it to his last one, and Jones is the one in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, Lord.
That's crazy.
How is Jones in the Hall of Fame if he's still the owner? How did he?
Money.
Yeah, and
Tinfoil hat has not came off.
Money.
I think I want to talk about this in the games breakdown. So we like all of your franchises that are poverty franchises, like the Cowboys
Yeah.
and the Jets and these other terrible franchises. It's franchises and organizations that win Super Bowls. So we'll talk about that when we look at the Patriots and when we look at
I agree, though. I know
at
what
the
you mean.
Seahawks going back. What they've done both since their last Super Bowls in the last 10 years is incredible. I
Yeah.
digress.
Oh, wow. I like this one. Oh, wait, Stone, this is under your category. You should hit it.
Where you at? Oh.
The Broncos one.
The Stiddy one.
Yeah.
Jared Stidham has been in the NFL for 6 years. You know who replaced him as the starting quarterback at Auburn?
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix.
Wow.
That's a crazy stat.
That's a nuts
wow.
stat.
And he will continue to live in his shadow after that final pick. in that
Oh,
game.
it sucks.
Stiddy, I don't know when you're going to get to start in the NFL ever again, brother, to be honest. Like,
Oh, man.
Daniel, what do you got for us?
Let's just go back to the old Rams, the NFC West. Matthew Stafford is the only QB in NFL history, too, and there's a lot of things to follow. He is the only quarterback in NFL history to throw for 370-plus yards, throw 3-plus touchdown passes, average 10 yards per pass attempt, have 0 turnovers, take no more than 1 sack, and yet still lose regular season or
Wow.
playoffs.
Wow.
it's pretty rough.
That's like, what do you want more
Yeah.
from your quarterback?
I think
That's like
Not much.
I think
That
they come
is-
back.
that's like wishful thinking quarterback play.
I think
Oh, yeah.
he comes
Yeah.
back next year, and the Rams have a very good shot to go to the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah,
They can get even better. This wasn't supposed to be their full year back, but clearly they are. And honestly, if Sean McVay kicks that field goal, I think they win that game. At worst, if they score a touchdown, you're down 8. You still had to get a touchdown either way. It made no sense not to take the points. Actually,
True.
But
Oh,
we'll talk about how coaches take a cup of Gatorade and 2 stupid pills later.
if we have time. But just real quick, you mean like on that fourth quarter drive when they?
Yeah, with 5 minutes left.
Yeah,
When
you
it's
said, but
31
then
it's
they would have been down
31-27.
1.
still
I agree,
take the
because then they
points
only
because
needed, yeah.
you can hold them to a field goal. You still need a touchdown. Like points are at a premium in that game.
Copy that.
You need
Yep.
them. I don't know. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the same thing happened to the Broncos.
I was gonna say
they would have been up. They would have been up 10-0 right there. You were playing with a backup quarterback anyway against the number one statistical defense in the league. I mean,
it was their second drive, right? It was their second drive when they could have easily taken 3 points, and they decided not
instead
to.
it goes 7-7, and they instead it goes 7-7, and they completely flip the game.
Yep.
And it's two
And by
instances.
completely flip the game by 3 points.
Yeah.
It was 10-7.
Very true.
Yeah.
But
I know what
still,
you mean,
points
though.
were at a premium. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You could have went to overtime. You never know. It was a snow game. Like, so I think
they had
both
that much faith in
both coaches
I know.
blew opportunities that could have
True.
changed their outcome by not taking the points. And this happened all throughout the league all year long, by the way. This
Yeah.
wasn't just this year. It was like coaches were allergic to points.
I think that does lead to, though, because we have seen a popularity shift in the last couple of years of you have 4 downs. Don't just punt it automatically on a 4th down. I think a lot of coaches have changed their philosophy on that
Yeah.
I get
over
it.
the last couple of years. So I think they do. Why not go for it? But then this is why they don't
This
go
is
for
possession
it. Yeah,
by
that's the-
possession
yeah.
football.
This
Yeah,
is
well,
why
like,
it's the best league on
It
earth.
depends on the game.
They got us.
They got us.
They
We
got
are
us.
hooked on a fishing line.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and they were
Michael,
dragging
what's your
us.
second
They're
one?
on a
Yeah.
slow troll.
You got a second
You got a
stat
cold-
over there?
Oh yeah, I got a second stat for us. I'm going to go with the Steelers here. I'm going to take this Mike McCarthy. 62 is older at his date of hire than any of the last 3 head coaches were when they retired, stepped down from the Steelers job. 62 is definitely not what I thought. You know,
Yeah, and that's why Coach
we got
Danico
in studio.
he wanted to show up and just have a little words on that, but we'll get into that a little bit later. But I'm a
All right,
little
does
sad
Coach
about that
Danico
stuff.
have any other
Well, Stone, what do
any
you
other
got? What do
stats
you
for
got?
us?
Let's see. I think it is interesting. USC has had 26 QBs selected in the NFL draft, the most of any school. Somehow, Sam Darnold is the first one to start a Super Bowl,
Oh wow!
which I don't think anybody had on their bingo card a couple of years ago.
No,
Yeah, over Lamar, Burrow, Josh Allen in his draft class.
Well, you're talking about just SC.
yeah, I didn't realize USC
Oh,
had.
first sorry.
I didn't realize
yeah.
USC
Oh, wow.
had that many quarterbacks
That's a
coming
lot.
out. Yeah,
Yeah.
because some people would argue that Ohio State's the quarterback college. Like,
True.
but it sounds like SC is.
Well, SC, I mean, we've seen a few quarterbacks recently.
Yeah, true. Caleb
yeah.
Williams.
Yep, Caleb.
Yeah,
and then they had Matt Leinart. And they
Matt
had,
Leinart, yeah.
who's that?
Yeah, they also had
Sorry.
what's his name? The Jets quarterback that just stabbed somebody in a fight.
Mark Sanchez.
Mark Sanchez
Yeah,
was a
butt
USC
fumble.
quarterback.
Oh,
Yeah.
whatever happened to him?
Butt fumble.
Yeah, butt
Is he-
fumble.
And then he stabbed somebody in a bar fight.
No, I
Yeah,
know, but
that's
it's
his
like,
career.
is he in jail?
I don't know. We should. That's what off-season
We could
tea
do
is
some
going to be
updates on
about.
that
Yeah,
for
we're going to
sure.
do
Yeah,
all
yeah.
a whole criminal episode.
All right,
So
you got a
know
second
who's
stat over
horny
there?
And who's
I
going
do.
to jail.
I do, and I like this one. In the 21st century, every single time a new pope has been elected, the Seahawks have clinched the number 1 seed and made it to the Super Bowl. 2005, Pope Benedict, Seahawks Super Bowl. 2013, Pope Francis. Guess what? Seahawks Super Bowl. And here we go again. 2025, Chicago's own Pope Leo, Seahawks Super Bowl.
That's
Pretty
crazy.
incredible. That's wild.
That's when things get weird.
Yeah.
Simulation. I'm taking the tinfoil hat off. I can't do this anymore.
So,
Yeah.
are Seahawks win? Is that what we're saying?
Yep.
Based on Pope stats?
And we all know there are no coincidences. So,
The Pope has
Yeah, Michael just
dictated
told
it.
us.
yeah, you heard it here. Can't be possible. It's either people are stupid or people are malicious. No in between. All right. Well, all right. That gives us. We got a solid
we gotta
17 minutes here to
Send
do our
coaching hires.
Yeah, coaching hires and weekend breakdown and look ahead.
I heard walking in, I guess, that we did secure McDaniels over at the Chargers. So I will take that. Not the Steelers, the Raiders were giving me a big scare. They
Yeah,
were
you
talking
guys
about
sure
offering-
up, man. Put some money on your offensive line. Sure up the offensive line. You guys have a
They stay healthy.
legit shot to be a contender for the Super
exciting.
Bowl out of the AFC. I
That would
like
be
it.
crazy. Chargers Super Bowl would be crazy.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have fun at a Chargers game later this year. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I think
All right.
another. I think you should just Danny Coe should talk to us about
Yeah.
Coach Mike
well,
McCarthy going to the Steelers.
we had a great interview when I came on here earlier on this show, and that's why I wanted to come back to this.
Yeah,
show.
this is Danny Coe.
Because you guys
the Steelers
have
broke
the Hollywood sports in this
Broke
program.
Daniel.
Thank you guys for listening. I wanted to come on here and just publicly address the news that
So they didn't go with you. They went with Mike McCarthy. How do you feel about that?
I feel all sorts of ways. I thought we had a great interview. Great eye contact, firm handshakes, things like that. You know. But just sometimes it just doesn't go your way. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to.
Did you maybe like cup check Art Rooney thinking you were buddies? It went wrong.
I did.
Classic interview mistake.
I didn't know he had a bad back. I
Okay.
gave him a big dap and a smack on the back, and it didn't go too well. I think that could be a
It
little
felt
bit
aggressive.
of a reason. I wrote a few things here, guys. I just wanted to say, I thought I crushed the interview. Okay.
Okay,
And,
we established that.
and it turns out I just crushed my own hopes and dreams.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. They said they wanted leadership. Apparently, not this much personality. So
Oh yeah, they went with Mike
Too much
McCarthy.
crushing.
yeah.
Not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, very low personality, low energy guy.
And here's the thing, Coach Mike McCarthy, proven winner, whatever. I respect the decision. I also think it's bullshit, and both can be true.
Okay.
Let me just say this real quick. Okay.
Okay.
Sometimes the ball just doesn't bounce your way,
No, it doesn't.
and sometimes it bounces directly to another candidate.
Yep. That's what happened.
Yeah, the oblong shape does it sometimes.
And I thought my PowerPoints were pretty elite. Turns out they were covered too boring.
Yeah. I love that that you were a better candidate than Mike McCarthy, basically. What you're saying.
Yeah, well,
Hey,
Some of the
there's-
funniest things that I saw about the hire were the meme. Ghetto Gronk had this. It's the meme of Patrick Beverly taking his shirt off in the Timberwolves and then getting down and he's crying. And it says, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, when you find out they hired Mike McCarthy because he swept floors in his dad's store in Pittsburgh when he was a kid. That reaction just sums it all up. I think it was a nostalgia.
and that might be true.
I think it was here's what would be my concern for you as a Steelers fan. I think you've become the Cowboys. You guys are too afraid to go all in to the point where you might need
Are
to
the Cowboys
rebuild.
hiring?
No, they are not. We
There's
just
plenty of other
we'll
openings,
talk
so
about our new
don't you worry.
DC.
Just
But my
wanted to
point
make
is,
sure that everyone knows I am available.
I think they're too afraid of a true rebuild. I think they're too afraid to start over with someone new, get a new quarterback, and go through those growing pains and do what some of these other organizations like the Patriots and like the Seahawks have done. Even the Eagles have done that. There's been several organizations that have done full rebuilds since their Super Bowl. And just like the Cowboys, it seems like the Steelers are afraid of being at the bottom. And so they're committing to mediocrity, and you're committing to kicking the tires down the road on that. And you're like, well, maybe there's a glimmer of hope with Mike and Aaron maybe can do some testosterone therapy, get his arm a little stronger. Maybe he can push the ball down the field a little more. Maybe get another wide receiver. McCarthy did win 12 games when Dak was healthy for multiple seasons at the
4
Cowboys.
seasons in a row.
Yeah, so
Whatever.
I think that I don't think it's gonna. I don't
He's
know.
going to take Dak with him is what's going to happen.
Yeah,
Then
so
you'll
that would be
truly
crazy.
beat the
I would
Cowboys.
send Dak to the Steelers, and then we start the rebuild, and then we just figure out a way to maybe leave Jerry on the yacht. It maybe just doesn't come back, and we get
Jerry on the
I don't
yacht.
wish him harm. He'll just be out on his yacht somewhere.
You're going to give him too much caffeine.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. That'll get him.
So those are my thoughts on McCarthy. I'm a little worried for you that you are literally becoming the Cowboys as he's coming from the Cowboys. And a lot of those similar reasons for the Cowboys hiring are why the Steelers just hired them. And that organization is no better off. And I feel like in
trying to bring you
2027 in
in.
January, we're going to be having the same conversation.
And that was like one of my biggest selling points is that you hire Coach Danny Coe. You got fresh new face, young mind. I got fresh ideas. About to hire an amazing amount of coordinators and staff. But
Amazing.
turns out that they said I was good for the job, but just emotionally, not professionally.
They gave you that verbal pat on the back and said, get out of here.
Yeah,
Said
they
you're-
gave you the cup
Scram.
check on the way out.
Yeah.
Is that what happened? And the pat on the back. They gave him the old double tap.
And for those listening, if you guys need any coordinators or head coaching jobs, Coach Danny Coe is available. Just contact my agent. Anyways, thank you guys. Thank you for having
Very
me.
nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Good
I
to
like
see you,
it.
Coach.
Good to see you, Coach. All right. Well, that leads
All right.
us to the Browns being cursed. We're going to stay right here in the AFC North. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's just fire Coach Kevin
hey,
Stefanski.
Hey, they got a Pro Bowl quarterback.
Yeah.
Oh, they did, which is hilarious.
And they fired their head coach over it.
Yeah.
Oh,
The irony.
Oh my God.
Yeah. They get the number one
that's
dumpster
crazy.
fire. Apparently, they're like, they only want to hire based on analytics only.
Yeah,
They're
you have to
hiring
send in
like
an essay. You're taking an ACT for the test.
they're hiring
the
like they're hiring
opportunity.
someone directly out of college, asking the dumbest question, personality profiles, essays. Guys like Mike McDaniels completely pulled themselves out. They're like, dog, if we're not going to
If
talk
someone
football.
offered to pay for your coffee at Starbucks, what would you do?
Well,
I'm interviewing to be the head coach of the Browns.
I think they're
Yeah.
missing. They're missing.
That's a
huge-
butterfly. What does it matter?
I think they're missing a huge like proponent for rebuilding a team. Is you kind of want to gain back that underdog cool factor of. The Browns haven't been cool. Like,
Have they ever though? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
unfortunately,
I think they do.
Baker got them close.
They need some sort of They need some sort of spark like that. Miles Garrett's there, which is great.
I actually
Great.
don't think
That's
it's a
awesome.
bad job, other than the way the front office is run.
The bar's
as far
low.
as roster, bar's low. A great defensive roster. Just need a little help on the outside. I mean, sure up your. They just need a good offensive mind to put things together. So yeah, but they're cursed. They're not going to do that. They're going to hire an idiot, and we get to laugh at them for another year.
Yeah.
And sorry to our
People are
our lonely
turning
Browns
down
fan.
the interview opportunity. They just don't want to go be a Browns head.
That's so tough.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because there's only 32 of these jobs, and most of the people that they've been asking that are turning it down have not had a head coaching job yet.
It's crazy.
That's
nuts.
really crazy.
Well, that leads us to the
Little game
NFC,
breakdown.
AFC little breakdowns. So 5 minutes there.
We
Look
already
ahead.
kind of did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, one thing that I would like to say coming back to that is if you are an organization that is looking at how to be the next Seahawks, how to be the next Patriots. Because last year, if for their odds to reach the Super Bowl were the fourth longest odds in history, I think for both teams or for one of the teams.
Definitely probably the Patriots.
Yeah, but same for the it was for the Patriots.
Everyone thought their roster was cooked, especially when they signed Stephon Diggs. We're like, who cares?
Yeah. So the
Like,
point is, but
Turns
both,
out he's good.
when we make the statement that
Had one
organizations
of the
go to
best
Super
seasons.
Bowls
Yeah.
and the fact that organizations win Super Bowls, something to look at here is both teams or both organizations put a high premium on both sides of the ball. It wasn't like where the Cowboys just, they're going to put an offense together and be damned what's on the field. Same for the Browns. They're going to put a defense together and be damned for what's on the field offensively. These organizations realize that you have to play complementary football, that you have to get stops, that you have to get off the field, that you have to force field goals, but you also have to be able to score in the red zone and convert on fourth down and play great situational football. Both of these organizations put on a masterclass of that, to be honest, and that's why they are where they are. And I mean, that would be my biggest takeaway of both the NFC and AFC games is organizationally, it's cool to see what they did and what all these other have-nots are not doing and why they don't realize that.
You can
It's
see
kinda
why their
baffling.
fan bases stay so strong because they stick around. They do.
They know we're going to get it
good
back. We're
things.
going to get
Yeah.
it together.
Uh-huh.
Well, the Seahawks almost lost their fan base.
They did.
That's like a big talk of the town. Like, the 12. Like, I guess when the Bills went in there, I don't know if that was this season or last season, but it was all Bills Mafia in Seattle. Seattle's way up there.
Yeah.
Bills, Buffalo's way the opposite.
They came down and took all the tickets.
Yeah.
It says everything.
They flew in all their folding tables.
Yeah, Uncle
Yeah.
Jerry's like, life's expensive. I sold my seat.
Yeah, exactly. Well, shout out to both organizations for getting back to the Super Bowl. Yeah, but other than that, we broke the games down.
Yeah, like the AFC game was like, it was what it was.
Yeah, honestly, the only note I was going to say for
is that
it
we
was
should have
when we
neutral
talked about
site
the-
games. So
No.
real competition.
Fair,
Exactly.
fair. But like the kicks, I think the kicks came down. It came down to kicks in the first game, and the second game
Was
a call.
the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And everyone's going to want to see that game again. And I don't think we're going to get that for the Super Bowl.
That game was incredible.
It was incredible.
And it was officiated terribly in the final 2 minutes yet again.
Can we talk about, I've been wanting to bring this up. Can we talk about Matthew Stafford's fourth quarter drive? It was like an 8-minute drive. And he was just making wild passes. He was doing just perfect like reads. And then on that fourth down conversion, when he somehow scrambled, rolled out of a tackle, and then stretched and got a first down.
That was crazy.
And then like I think shortly thereafter, the next play, it looked like he was about to run again, and then just does a little pitch to Puka.
Oh, it was incredible.
It was like an historic drive, and then it led to no points.
But the reason
8 minutes off the clock.
I know, but
it's nuts.
The crazy thing, it is a summation of the fact that football is hard.
Yeah,
because
football's hard.
Football's hard because once they were they weren't first and goal, but first down was at the 1 yard line, or maybe it was first and goal. The problem is, and I hate this, once you're down within 1st and 10 or first and goal within 10 yards. When you run the ball on 2nd down, if you don't really get some serious yards, you put yourself in a situation where it's 3rd down and they know you're going to pass.
Yep. Yeah.
And then if you're going to go for it on 4th down, they know you're going to pass again. I honestly hate running on 2nd down. If you're going to run, you got to run on 1st down in that situation, in my opinion, because then they don't know what you're going to do at 2nd down. They don't know if it's run or pass option. And I don't know, just to run on 2nd down.
Well, Colby Parkinson,
it killed the 3rd down and 4th down play
the
calls.
tight end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was a Ram too, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, he dropped.
Parkinson? Yeah.
He dropped the go ahead.
Yeah, on the
he
first
did.
down play.
Yeah.
He did.
He did.
Do you think he's stopped crying yet?
No, and he should.
I hate that. I hate that clip of Devontae because I didn't realize, and I should have known, but like he hasn't won a Super Bowl.
No.
Yeah, no.
But he was pretty emotional.
He'll be back. They'll be back next year.
To be fair, he did go a little quiet. He got hurt, I guess, but he did go a little quiet in these last couple games.
I agree.
Like he caught a touchdown this last game, but like he
was
a
RB2
vacuum during the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you rather? I mean, at the end of the day, would you rather have him or Cooper Kupp?
Oh, for sure, Devontae Adams.
For sure, Devontae
Yeah.
Adams.
Like,
I think
Cooper
they made the right
Kupp's
decision.
a dog, but for sure Devontae.
Yeah, he's a dog. Was a dog.
And Kupp and Nakua
had a pretty good game this game.
Kupp and Nakua are very similar type of players.
Oh,
except
100%. Yeah.
Puka is just a more physical, dominant version of Cooper Kupp.
And that leads me right into the
Shaheed
Puka
got
Nakua.
going.
Oh yeah, Rashid. Yeah.
He was quiet on the Saints for a while, and then eventually he moves over to the Seahawks, and it's like, wow, that's that speedy guy.
And, but Smith and Jigma, I mean, he could be the Super Bowl MVP. I mean, he's so electric. I think he will be. He's got to be the odds-on favorite.
This catch, tink.
Oh, that was awesome.
Electric.
That was
Didn't
awesome.
move.
Unstoppable. Yeah.
That was a catch. We could all agree
That
that was a
freaked
catch.
me out.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, that was a catch.
Yeah, that was a catch.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah. Puka Nakua. If anyone put in their bet last week from Hollywood Sports.
Oh yeah.
Whoop-ha! That thing hit.
That thing hit. Let's go.
Hit. Let's go.
Hollywood.
Bang. You best believe I did put that bet in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that's this weekend. We're excited. Next week, we'll have a full breakdown of the Super Bowl. We're going to talk storylines. We're going to talk offense, defense, both sides of the ball from both teams. We'll really dive into it and have a great pre-Super Bowl. We were going to talk more about the Pro Bowl, but I think
who
it's
cares
appropriate that we're going to give this 2 to 3 minutes at the end of our show because that's all it deserves. Should we even have the Pro Bowl games?
No.
I think it's stupid.
Put it back in Hawaii.
Just go ahead and mention all pro, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let them do the combine again.
I think it'd be funny to see them do other games against each other.
I think it would be funny if you
Watching them
made.
play flag football is like,
Here's my
like
my.
watching
I would
suggestion.
actually like
It's
to
like
see
watching the
them
All-Star
play. No,
game.
I would actually like to see them play a football game.
It's too
Yeah.
expensive.
And no, it's not. I mean, it
That'd be
can be
cool.
too expensive, but we did it for years. But they actually play a football game. There's incentives on it to the division that wins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if the NFC wins, they win the toss in the Super Bowl or something like that. Like,
Hear me
I
out.
don't know. There has
That
to
would
be,
be
you know,
sick.
like they do
That would
that in
be
Major
really-
League
that would be
Baseball.
sick.
The
Yeah.
winning league gets home field advantage in the World Series.
That's
They put
kinda cool.
skin on the game. But
Yeah.
let's play a real football game and let's have like real money on the line for them. And, you know, if injuries happen, but it's a football game.
And also, they're mitigating injuries, though. They're subbing in so many guys all the time. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
Assuming that they would never allow that because of the injury thing. Hear me
But
out.
we did for the entirety of the NFL up until a couple years ago. So
True.
that argument is stupid.
Yeah, but even back then they were starting to play super soft. Everyone was sick and tired of watching.
it's still
it.
all-star game.
But
Yeah.
early 2000s, they were still playing football out there.
Yeah. Yeah, but they also were smoking cigarettes on the sideline.
True.
Hear me out. What if all the people that were selected for the Pro Bowl, all the people that were selected for the Pro Bowl had to redo their entire combine like thing and just see where and we got to see them all.
I guess.
Like that could be kind of
mean,
fun. It's like statistical,
sure.
and you could compare, and you could have a side-by-side screen of when they did do it. Like
That would be fun. I think the only reason
rather
they would
than this
shoot
whole
that
like
down, though,
throwing a dart at a balloon type of bullshit.
I
like
think
whatever
they'd
they're
shoot
doing.
that down though because it would take down draft stock for players.
I think they need
or
to.
not draft stock, but like
I think they
Value.
need to have a
waiver
rusher.
stock, value. Like if a player does shit in his new combine, people are not going to be stoked.
That's
to
a
have him on
really
the
good
team
point.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Pro
think they
Bowl's
should
dead.
Yeah, Pro Bowl's dead. So
Okay.
they need to bring it back. Notable standouts, though, I did think it was cool. Jared Goff is the alternate for Darnold. I think he deserves it. When it comes to like the running backs from the NFC, McCaffrey, Gibbs, Robinson. Does anybody, doubt that?
None of it
Wide
just
receivers,
means anything.
Puka, Smith and Jigma, Pickens, St.
Oh,
Brown.
you got Aubrey in there?
Yeah. Brandon Aubrey made it.
You see no CD.
Yeah,
you
I
see
know. I
Pickens.
think no CD Lamb. I think that's silly, but you can't have
Wild.
both.
But I think
Chase had
I
not
don't
even
know,
a
yeah.
great season.
I think it's because CD was hurt for more than Pickens was. That's
He
probably what
was.
it came down to.
Yeah.
Oh.
AFC standouts. I mean, everybody you thought was going to be there. Allen, Herbert, Sanders is wild.
Sanders, yeah, that's
as
the biggest
AFC. Whatever.
Yeah,
I like Taylor H.
Ramsey made it. I'll take it.
obviously.
Yeah, I'm glad Joe Alt is healthy to play in the Pro Bowl, but
Couldn't play.
couldn't play
well,
during
it's
the
gonna-
season. Sick one, brother.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll be available for the Pro Bowl.
Very
Yeah.
good, man. So proud of you.
Wait, boys, we have a very unique amount of time to have fun with our extras.
Yeah, I know.
Let's
We got
get
5
into
minutes
it.
here.
Guys,
We have
very
no bets.
good.
Yeah,
Let's get into it.
I know. Well,
America is frozen.
I know.
Guess where it's not?
Right here. Yeah, I can't believe it,
Not,
dude.
gonna,
Like,
not trying to jinx a big
I
earthquake
just-
or nothing.
I can't believe
Global cooling.
I can't believe how much we shut down with a little bit of weather. Like when you watch Scandinavian and Russian and different countries, like they just live life. Or even at the Denver game, that blizzard, everyone's
yeah.
like, everyone drives and is able to go home. But in the South or in Texas or places like that, they literally lose their mind. I don't understand how at this point we as a country can't at least
Figure
put
out how to
some money into
stay
the
warm.
South being able to salt their streets. Because in Texas, on the Will Rogers Freeway, there was another black ice 100-car, 50-car pileup, fatalities.
That's so
it's like
horrible to watch.
this is probably the
yeah.
fourth time I've seen it happen in the last 10 years.
My homie Eric.
What are you doing, state of Texas? Like,
Well,
oh my God.
We have programs to be able to bet on the weather now.
Kalshi or whatever
Yeah,
it's
that's what I'm
called.
saying.
Yeah.
We have people betting on temperature of the day. We should probably have somebody predicting.
some salt trucks ready,
helping
some
the
AI,
roads,
but
yeah.
like, don't go on these roads. and
Dude, I
bridges.
just got a salt
Shut 'em
gun.
down.
Nice.
Oh, very nice.
Maybe we just get like we
Give
convert
everybody a
ice.
salt gun.
The
like
ice.
the salt shotgun that you kill
them
bugs
evil
with.
fuckers.
Did you get a bug assault?
Sorry if you like them or not.
Did you get a bug
No,
assault?
no.
Yeah, yeah.
You did?
If you do, sorry, I don't. All right, so them ice dudes. What if their new mission is they just walk around with salt guns and they just shoot the streets
Yeah,
and
if
they just
wanna
melt the
assault
snow?
things, they can
That would
assault
actually
the
be a
road.
good duty. Like that would do something good. People get to work. People don't die. Instead, they're killing people that were trying to go to work.
Exactly. So sorry.
Hate to
I
go
agree
negative
with you,
there.
brother.
If you were
I
one of the
agree with you, brother.
victims
Yeah.
at an airport and you're one of the 2,000 cancellations today alone,
Oof.
if you are, a black ice survivor, a blizzard survivor, God bless you, because it has been 70 degrees all week out here in Southern California.
We
and
figure out in
just-
the rain.
Yeah. It looked so cold watching those games.
Wait, Michael, what's this? Michael, what's this? Is AI even scary? It can't output basic tasks.
Yeah, that's me at this point. Just mad
the
at
thing
AI.
that does scare
I'm
me
not
about
worried
AI,
about it.
The one thing on that kind of note that it can't output basic tasks, what does scare me is the amount of people that are looking to AI for advice. People that are consistently asking, but also don't have the lens of that thing is it's programmed to agree with you. So
Mhm.
it's going to give you helpful information if you train it the right way, but it's also going to give you information that you probably didn't need. Like I've seen people diagnosing themselves and like it's not giving you proper information. It's just it's scanning and it's agreeing with you.
It is
Like-
hard when we have a generation of people that don't know how to critically think or
Yeah.
use logic and reason,
Yes.
and then don't have a sound worldview about right or wrong or absolutes or morals. And so, like, if you don't, if you weren't taught that the stove is hot and you don't know that, you know what I mean? You don't have.
Well,
any,
you gonna learn
don't have-
today.
you're gonna learn today, but you don't have
ChatGPT
the
will let
balance.
you touch it and go, yeah, that was hot.
Yeah. So my point is.
That's what it does.
Yeah, my point is it can be dangerous if you don't know how
He
to
said
use
and
it.
too. He gets it. I
Yeah.
finally just downloaded Chat and GPT, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get it. Okay. I get
Sorry, Michael.
helpfulness of things.
No, you're
I
good.
get the helpfulness of programs like that, but yeah, you do need to be able to still critical think with it. It's not giving you the full solution. You
Yeah.
need
No.
to take the information.
Yeah.
It's basic
The
researching. still.
reason
Like,
why I'm
It's a
just,
sounding board for me.
the reason-
if you use it,
the
I also
reason-
just learned how to use it.
Yeah.
so.
Well, the reason I'm
Whoa.
so disappointed with it is I've used it so much over the last year. And I can honestly say that you, have to prompt it a ton to get things that are to a real world deliverable. And it can help you ideate. It can help you find answers. It can help you research and gather thoughts at a high level and a high corporate level, but it can't output anything for you at the same time. So like if you need a great looking document, it can't do it. If you need something professional for print or something and it's to the millimeter and it's art directed at a senior level, it cannot do any of that. It can literally only ideate your content that's best based on, market research. And it does give you high level intellectual thinking, but it cannot do anything for you. So
think people need
I
to
don't know what
yeah.
jobs it's going to replace, because even the basic jobs of like customer service and stuff like that, it doesn't lead with intent or with nuance in any way. I'm extremely disappointed in AI. And so I want everyone to know it's not going to take over the world for a very long time. Unless what we get in the consumer market is meant to be this dumb.
Yeah.
Well,
Which could also be true.
I think it's good and bad to keep it at a level where it's just a tool. It'd be nice to keep it just a tool.
As a
It's
tool.
just a tool.
Don't make
I like
people-
it as a tool.
I don't want to make our population dumber. That's I don't know.
Yeah. I do want to expedite output a little bit faster and be able to
And
do
with
some
that being
document
said,
creation.
It's Grammys week. We got Oscars in LA
I know.
on the way.
A lot
And
of fun
college
parties,
sports is
fun
getting
events.
worse. Let's go.
I know. So we'll talk about all that next week during our Super Bowl show and in the weeks to come. Yeah.
Let us know who you got and why you got them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Sounds good. Hollywood.
Oh.